The tiles under my shoes were slick with something red. Her name echoed down the sterile hallway, not from my mouth, but from the nurse shouting it into chaos. Machines screamed, gloves tore. The smell of antiseptic couldn't hide the copper beneath. She kept whispering my name, soft, apologetic, like confession. Then the doctor froze. He didn't look at her, he looked at me. His face drained to paper white. He called in 2 more doctors, their voices low, urgent. And then he pulled me outside. "Sir," he said, "did your wife tell you anything unusual recently?" My heart stuttered, because I knew this wasn't about the baby. It was about something she'd buried deeper. The next day I sat in the hospital cafeteria, untouched coffee cooling in my hands. She was sedated, stable, they said. The baby wasn't. The doctor's words replayed like static. Unusual, something not matching. He wouldn't meet my eyes when he said it. I asked for her records. He hesitated, then printed them anyway. The dates didn't align. Conception, scans, tests, something was off by weeks. Too many weeks. My hands didn't shake, but my pulse did. Logic screamed louder than grief. The math didn't belong to me. I went home. Her phone was on the nightstand, still charged. 1 password, same as always. A name in her messages caught my eye. Dr. Hayes. Our doctor. It started as silence. Then came the weight. Slow, invisible, suffocating. Every word she'd spoken in the last few months rewrote itself in my mind. Don't worry about the late appointments. He's just being careful. He said it's normal. I scrolled through their messages. Not romantic, not obvious. Professional at first, then too personal. Times, meeting places. Just to talk. They talked a lot, sometimes until 2 a.m. Guilt tastes metallic, like the air before rain. That's what it felt like in our house. I stopped asking questions. I just observed. By the 3rd day, she woke up. She looked at me the way people look at open graves, afraid of what's inside. "Where's the baby?" she asked. I didn't answer. Her eyes filled before I said a word, because she already knew what I'd learned. The evidence came not from messages, but from DNA. The hospital needed samples for confirmation. I gave mine quietly. 2 days later, the doctor called. His voice was steady, clinical, too careful. "It's not a match," he said. Silence. Then, "I'm sorry." I thanked him, calmly. Then I asked for a copy of the results. He hesitated, but he sent them anyway. That night I sat beside her hospital bed. She pretended to sleep. Her face looked peaceful, like someone who'd finally stopped pretending. I whispered, "I know." Her eyelids twitched. A tear escaped, but no sound followed. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. Because truth doesn't break you. It empties you. And in that emptiness, I found clarity. 2 weeks later, I visited Dr. Hayes. No threats, no anger, just paperwork. "Legal notice," I said, placing the folder on his desk. Inside were printed messages, DNA results, and a letter addressed to his wife, a woman I'd met once at a hospital dinner. Her name, her email, her home address, all on the envelope. He tried to speak, but I raised my hand. "I'm not here to ruin your life," I said. "I'm here to return what you took from mine." I left before he opened it. The next morning he resigned. The hospital launched an inquiry. His wife filed for separation a week later. No police, no headlines, just silence. She came home a month after that, to an empty house. I'd left her a note. Some things bleed once, others never stop. It's been 6 months. I still visit the hospital sometimes, not to see her, to sit in the waiting area and listen. Every cry, every monitor beep, they all sound like versions of the same truth. Life keeps moving. People forget. I don't. She lives 3 towns away now. Married again, I heard. Pregnant again, maybe. Good for her. Justice doesn't need witnesses. It only needs precision. I didn't destroy her. I just removed myself. That was enough. Because sometimes punishment isn't about pain. It's about absence. And when I walked away, she finally felt what she gave me. Silence that never ends.